It was on this day 11 years ago, a tragic and unlikely terrorist attack. Firefighters were among those who made some of the greatest sacrifices to save lives that day. Fire agencies across Alaska hosting a special ceremony today at the Alaskan Fallen Firefighter Memorial in remembrance of those Alaskan firefighters and emergency responders who died in the line of duty. Now, this year, 4 U.S. Army firefighters were killed in action near Sitka in 1941 and were included on the memorial. They were killed during a fire response at Fort Ray during the early days of World War II. Your Alaska Link's Whitney Miller was on hand at the memorial and gives us more details now. Hi, Whitney.
Hi, Mike. 11 years ago today, we remember the civilians that lost their lives in the terrorist attacks on our country, along with the first responders who braved the smoke-filled buildings. The alarm bell blared, and all you could do was remember. It was almost like it was yesterday. A terrorist attack ensued on the U.S. Americans together watched as our lives were forever changed. And days like today, we can't forget the people that lost their lives.
This day is in recognition of the service, honor, and sacrifices that we and all American gives to one another.
When you have an emergency and you call 911, these are the men and women who respond. September 11th was just another day on the job for those brave firefighters and EMTs that responded to the attacks on the World Trade Center.
But days like this is a remembrance day, and those guys definitely, they went to work that morning never expecting to be climbing those towers and have them fall in on them. And today is more about remembering them and their families and the sacrifices that they made, and the hardships their families are still going through.
Those families lost something they can now never get back. Here in Anchorage, we have our own men and women that sacrifice daily.
There are inherent dangers, and personally, I just try not to think about it too much, and really we rely on our training and our equipment.
I think that's the biggest sacrifice, is just taking time away from families.
Humble they are, but the danger is always present. However, the fear never shows in their faces. The families at home try not to think of the what could be's, but use days like today to reflect and remember.
And so September 11th just makes us mindful that we need to appreciate every moment that we have with him and with our family.
Moments she cherishes daily and says she is thankful when her husband comes home every night. The memorial today was very touching, and it just goes without saying that our hearts will forever go out to those who perished because of those devastating acts. Mike.
All right, thank you, Whitney. That's Whitney Miller reporting live for us tonight.